Hello and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Disco Elysium. Came highly recommended by a friend. It's not entirely sure a lot about this game. I know it's like RPG-ish. I know I was heavily recommended to go in as blind as possible, which I have. I haven't even looked up like tips or anything. So I guess I know this is heavily choice-based, so we'll see exactly how that turns out. Let's see. I think this menu size is just fine. Text size is fine. Make it a little brighter. Turn on left hand because it's hot in here. Hope that doesn't disturb anyone. Voice over volume all the way up. Full English. I'm not dyslexic. Vibration is good. Tutorial, sure. Detective mode active. Interactable objects and characters in the game will automatically highlighted with a light border. Existentially difficult. Well, let's not use that. We'll keep it off streamer mode for now. If the music tracks become a problem, I'll turn that on. So let's give it a try. Archetype. The thinker. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with the original ideas. Sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality, but unstable, might begin to lose his mind. Physical. Extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body, gets things done, but dumb as a rock. What is PSY? Is that physical? I don't know if these... I'm guessing MOT is motion, INT is intelligence. No, FYS is physical? Let's just... I want to use one of these archetypes. I'm probably going to go with the thinker. But let's see if it explains... Oh, I see, okay. So, intellect, raw brain power, how smart you are, sensitivity, how emotionally intelligent you are, how physical you are, physique, and motorics, your senses, how agile. Okay. So let's try and get a character that's more intelligent and more... These guys are all dumb as... These guys are all dumb as rocks. No, let's create my own. Let's create my own. I could always restart if, So, how many points do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's get someone who is reasonably intelligent and emotionally good. I have one more point. So I'm going to be physically, I'm going to be very intelligent, reasonably emotionally intelligent and sensitive. I'll be physically weak, but have average senses and motors. And if I'm suggested to try this as one of the archetypes that they already did, then I'll do that. But otherwise, Oh, okay. Okay. Hmm. This is a lot more involved than I thought it might be. Um, yeah, I didn't expect the beginning episode to be. Okay. Um, raw intelligence power. Okay, so I can only pick one. It seems. Yeah. So raw intellectual power, produce the world. Call upon all your knowledge, produce fascinating trivia. Practice the art of persuasion. Enjoy rigorous, intelligent, intellectual discourse. Play the actor, lie, and detect lies. Understand creativity. Reconstruct crime scenes. I'll go with pure logic right now, because I'm a very intellectual. I find myself to be an intellectual person. So this gives me selecting this gives me a +1 to this skill. Hold yourself together, keep your morale up. Hunches and gut feelings, dreams of waking life. Understand others, work your neurons. Intimidate the public, assert yourself. Connect to Station 41, understand cop culture. And charm men and women, play the puppet master. I'm going to go with empathy for this one, because I'm basically making myself at this point. Physical, endurance, take blows, don't let the world kill you, shrug off pain, they'll have to hurt you more, flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs, go to the party planet, love and be loved by drugs, raise the hair on your neck, tune into the city, let the body take control, threaten people. Let's go with shivers for this one. Tune into the city. Why not? And finally, motorics. Ready, aim, fire. Hand-eye coordination. Perception. Reaction speed. Sneak on under people's noses. Master machines. Pick boxy pockets. Straighten your back. Keep your poker face. Let's go with composure for this one. Okay. Let's give it a try. Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address, even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious from hence in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Okay.
Ever.
Thank you, ancient reptilian brain.
Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby.
Simply keep on
An
non-existent.
inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
How about you cough up some more of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
I do, let me
You
on.
wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating, poured so much on yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Are these my different, like... It's just like the different sections of my brain. Like, ancient reptilian brain is like the ancient, like, most primordial part of my brain, and this is my limbic
Fear
system.
and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Tell me, what's waiting
There's
for me?
this giant ball there. An evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
How big are they? How big is
You
the ball?
can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
And this duking it out, I keep hearing about. What's that?
Vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
Oh, that's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean drowned?
You lost.
The sound outside. You recognize it. It's a Caprice Canela motor carriage.
Good start, I guess. In my underwear, with a bottle, probably drunk or hungover. Alright. This magnum-sized bottle of Camarado Red is empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. It's a real tape that's still on, rolling empty.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Okay. Well, we'll turn the fan off, I guess. Savoir-faire. Medium 10. This is a light check. You may retry. Alright.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
Okay. Well, then grab the tie. +3 is fan is turned off.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Alright. Take off. Alright, take off. Alright. So, I have tools, clothes, items, and interactables. I have equipped my really ugly tie, +1 for vivid imagination. Necktie is adorned with garish pattern, disturbingly vivid. Somehow you feel that if it would be wrong to ever take it off, it's your friend now. You will betray it if you change it for a boring scarf. Okay? +1 esprit de corps. Well, looks like someone skinned this blazer off some long extinct disco animal. It has an enigmatic white rectangle on the back of the right sleeve. Okay. -1 to savoir-faire, tight around the thighs, and +1 to electrochemistry, tight around the crotch. Nice. Um, his golden brown trousers are flare cut. Normal bell-bottom trousers would be boot cut, but these are far from normal. They are someone's piss-soaked, cum-stained party pants. Can I wash my clothes before I put them on? I'd like that. Oh, let's see. Alright. I will look at my... Well, what is it trying to tell me to look at? Hmm. These are the only two things I have. Just trying all the controls. L3? What does L3 do? Oh, my right hand and left hand, I see. Let's look in the bathtub. Usually bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and street liqueurs. Okay.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Okay.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Let's see if there's anything wrong with my
Yeah,
face.
there is definitely something wrong with it.
What's wrong?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. Bet
My
you are.
nose?
Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
Not. I still want to see what my face looks like.
Behold.
Alright, yeah. Pretty beat up.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Dear Lord, help me. What is this? Of course I do. It's some kind of superstar. I think I'm a superstar. It's the face of a late stage alcoholic. Kind of
Too
looks
late.
like that, yeah.
You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I have no idea why it's there. It's
Please
just
stop.
there.
It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Okay.
Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Well, let's see. Stardom. It's indescribable. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too, in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to it.
There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
Okay. Dig deep into your mind and locate the source of the expression. Attempt to stop the expression from happening.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Okay. Let's try to stop making it, even though it's only a 3% chance of happening.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Okay. So I need to put points into electrochemistry and encyclopedia to try these again. So we'll just stop for now. Alright. I don't know what time it is. Alright. Have I put the white stained shirt on? I have. +1 for conceptualization, a real statement to wear, but -1 for suggestion, unsavory odor. Well, I would think suggestion would go down by me not wearing a shirt too. This white satin shirt used to be fancy, used to be really catch the light. Now it smells like someone took a piss in the armpits. Can I take a bath? Shower? Anything? I hope I can walk faster than this when I am no longer incredibly hungover. Why isn't it letting me look at my
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Okay. I can look out it. I can assess the damage. It's only 83. It's an 83% chance, so let's try that.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own
A
hands?
fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
Okay, so somebody else was in my apartment who broke this? Or I threw something through it, maybe.
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
So it's the
It
size
is
of the
too
expression.
large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I should go get,
The
that
cool
shoe.
wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go find my shoe. After I get this one. Like that. Yeah, I have one shoe. Green crocodile leather shoe has high heel and chrome embellishment. It fits your left foot perfectly. All that remains is find the other shoe. Okay. Alright, let's finally see what this is.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Okay,
It
fish 'em out.
says whirling in rags on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Cool. Alright, anything else? Anything else? That didn't work. Alright, let's check this over here one more time. No, whatever it is doesn't open. So let's go to the door. Hopefully once I get out I can... Oh, is it tracking the time? I didn't even realize that. Has the time been going this whole time? Oh, okay, now I can move. What is this? Money gained. Oh, no. Alright, now I need to find the door to the balcony. Okay. Hey, my other shoe.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet,
Huzzah.
like two baby crocodiles.
Okay. How do they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Okay. A gust of briny wind washes over. Okay. +1 composure. Awesome watchtower heals. -1 savoir-faire. Heals ridiculously high. I'm losing out on savoir-faire. I'm -2 right now. What does savoir-faire do? Savoir-faire is... my ability to sneak up on people. Gotcha. Tasks. Gotcha. Smell of the sea makes you feel dizzy. Whirling in Rags. Oh, that's the name of the hotel. I gotcha.
Hello, officer.
Hi.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Claude? How do you pronounce your name? I don't know. Miss, Orange Disco Dancer.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Turn your bloated face away. Officer, am I a military personnel?
No.
Then why did you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Why don't I remember being a cop? Who in the right mind would let me be an officer? Try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. Okay, I'm not gonna be suggestive. Weird. I don't remember being cop.
Could it
or
be
anything
because
else.
of the drinking?
Who in the right mind would let
Don't
me
be
an
so
officer?
harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Alright. Well, I'm not gonna walk up to the first woman I've met and try and get with her, so this is a red check. It cannot be retired. I'm guessing that means if I do this, I can't take it back. So
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Where do they like the place?
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words 1,000,000 times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
I have some questions for you.
Yes.
Oh, your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night? That's a good
There was
question.
the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here. Oh,
Disco
yes.
music?
Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
As in, now we're waiting for you to name, waiting for the name to connect with you.
Oh, that. Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Why is that?
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go on, all right.
I don't know about that. At around 2 o'clock, disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing?
That it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself is very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it. Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
That's so mean. What did I
The
do?
window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Please tell me there wasn't anything else.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Okay. What do they have against the police?
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city.
Okay. Where exactly is here? Where am
We're
I?
in a hostel, sir.
No, where are we? Where in the
We
world?
are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Okay.
Forever and ever.
And ever, out of the corner of your eye, you see the hair on the back of your hand standing on end. It feels as though low-grade lightning is coursing through you. You must be hypersensitive from the hangover.
What year is it?
It's 51.
Okay,
The
what
current
century?
century?
And that's what? What number?
Centuries don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
How many centuries have there been, then?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
Okay.
You're
so
right. There is nothing funny about civilization.
Funny. Okay. Okay, you can go
Glad to
now.
have been of assistance.
Thank you, lady. Huh. Okay. She left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. Calendar says it's March and the year is 51. If the if the year is 51, but we've been around for 8,000 years, something big must have happened 51 years ago. And it's like 51 years after it, like 51 AD. That's locked. I could knock on her door. Let's put a quick save in. And my dinner should be done soon, so I'll be right back. I have about 5 minutes left, so I'll be pausing in another 5 minutes. So. Alright, let's go see what this is. This week's edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. Seems to be a lot of French in this world. Let's go,
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on, somewhere inside. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
Are you doing this to me? Don't do
The
this.
door is mute and indifferent. Your despair is a joke to it.
I'm not gonna bust in right now. I'll probably maybe I'll do a more assertive playthrough in the future, but for now, let's try not to be a creep and go into a room while she's showering. Okay. Alright. There's two people over there. I think I'm being called, so I'll be right back. Right? Short of money, equip a plastic bag, collect bottles, and sell them at Friddle. Okay, good to know. Alright, what was I doing? This is where lyrics would be. Yes, that is how that generally works. A big old karaoke mic is just waiting for someone to sing into it. It's not going to be me. Or maybe it will, I don't know. Speaker is connected to the radio, the music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul's cubic contact is obscured by the hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard through a PA system.
Okay.
By other people.
Okay. This goes well with the theory I'm developing that I'm down on my luck superstar. I'm not a superstar. Someone just told me I was a cop. What should I sing and when it comes to
You
it?
should sing the sad, slow song you were listening to last night. Thought it was obvious.
Oh. No, let's sing something happy.
No. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound.
Okay.
You have to find out how the song goes first, though. Maybe a tape of something appropriate would help.
This goes well. Okay. Oh, I'd have to find a tape first. That's the bonus thing. Feels right, we belong here. Okay. Well, the tape upstairs was destroyed, wasn't it? Get a hold of a sad song on tape. Right, well, I'll work on that.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Okay. Uh, look at the stuffed
A
bird.
competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it.
I hope I didn't break it.
Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Oh, that's...
Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Can I help you with that?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you
He
mean, my
pretends
buddy?
not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Okay. What did I do to you?
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
I'm guessing I didn't do any. I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things.
You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to.
So there's a murder with a body. Currently, there's a body still here, possibly in the room 2, the one I couldn't get into. And I haven't solved the murder, and I did trash my room. What have I been doing all the time? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Looks out again and keeps plucking at the bird.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
What's
I
the
have
difference?
3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, this guy doesn't like me. Menu is wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. Woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's is a man's handwriting. Okay. Maybe the woman is the one that was murdered. Soft purr of the electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone's working. What was that? Nesofed? What is that? Why is it not in my immediate inventory? Okay. Whatever. Water cooler, large bubbles rising to the surface. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Alright, that leads outside. Let's go look at the kitchen. It's bolted, kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. Okay? So I got... a little over 4 hours. Sorry. Shouldn't have taken me that long to do the math, but it did. Mess hall reserved for union members. Doors open at 1600. Royal pinball machine is unplugged.
Hello, sweetie.
Oh, someone who's the cryptozoologist. Hello, Lena.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Okay. Oh, he's gonna wait for a few more seconds. Not gonna go outside yet. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled in a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
I could really use that.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Well, then he won't mind if I
The
take his
man
pills.
does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
Probably.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Okay. And I guess the other one that I picked up was for health, because I see I have one down there. Okay. Bottle of rum is knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. If my character is referring to the liquid as beautiful, he is definitely an alcoholic.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
About an hour?
Sweet Lord, a whole hour. And you haven't thought about rum and lemonade in all that time? You've truly extinguished all trace of yourself.
Why is my electrochemistry trying to encourage my alcoholism? Actually, should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out well for me.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade to yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter.
No, don't tell me what to
What
do.
happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then.
Fine,
Get
I
your
will.
drink on and your act together.
Fine. Maybe I will. I'm not licking it off the counter. Okay. It's really bad. You have to take the edge off, find a bottle of alcohol, put it in your hand, equip it, and magic will... Well, can I get the bottle itself? No, apparently not. Can I ask him for some alcohol?
The man plucks at the seat.
No. I didn't see any alcohol around here. Maybe there's some upstairs in my room. Let's look over there really quick. There's that bottle there. Alright, I have an empty cassette case, but I don't have an actual... No, I can't pick up that bottle anymore. I believe he said it was empty anyway. What is this radio saying? It's like giving coordinates. Used to be a tape in it, but it was destroyed in a fit of rage. Something about the Antener's single, smallest church in St. Siennes must have rubbed someone the wrong way. The label says the song was recorded in 43. So, 8 years ago. So it's 51, right? Alright, I'll talk to this guy. In a second. Okay, yeah, I'll talk to him now.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone.
Well, he definitely works with me because he's on the cover of the game with my character, so.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why? He is your half-brother.
Oh. Okay. I'll shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Oh. I'm guessing he's not actually my half-brother. Or maybe he is, I don't know. I mean, he wouldn't be introducing himself this way if he was.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Yeah, that's going to be a
This
little
is
hard.
your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Alright. Let's invent a name for myself.
Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
It is not yet time.
Okay then.
He processes the information, then disregards
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
I don't know.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right?
If you say so.
It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
Taps his foot and we're out of habit. I haven't.
Okay. We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Okay.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No. He said I haven't removed the body yet, so no.
The body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight.
7
We
days?
should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the citizens' militia on your sleeve and on your back.
Okay.
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Okay.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs.
I guess that much.
What he's saying is, he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
I'll refer to it as...
Yes, but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation.
You said insignia, these white rectangles, you mean?
Yes,
But they're just white rectangles.
they are not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West.
Gotcha.
I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
But shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge? Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand.
Okay. Should I be honest with him for now, or...
Talk to the manager. Then we go out back and take the body down.
Okay. I'll keep the fact that I can't remember anything from him for now.
After you, officer.
Okay.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Cool. Alright. I'll report your badge missing. Interview the cafeteria manager and inspect the body. Anything else I have? I don't think so. Okay. Let's talk to him again really quick. Whoops. It's not moving. It's not moving.
Yes?
Should I tell him?
What do you want to know? I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
Oh, I could. Our two precincts are trying to compete with each
You
other.
don't know? I assumed you were in on it. It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
All right.
Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
I missed my chance to ask about him. Or did I ask that? I might have asked that. I can. Wait. I don't know. Whatever.
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
Okay. For labor dispute, so, okay. I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved. White male in his 40s. What more do you need? Personally, I think labor disputes are very mysterious. This case is probably isn't mysterious, but could it be sexy? I won't say that. I might say that in the future playthrough, though, just to see how he reacts.
I'm relieved that you agree. Anyhow, let's get back to the case. Was there anything else you wanted to know? Good.
Oh, here we are.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
We'll work better together if we have some rapport.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? What do you
Talk about
mean?
yourself? You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic.
Gotcha.
But this isn't an old school case.
I get it. You're one of those old school detectives.
So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
You don't look like the other
That's
people.
because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know
You're
more
barking
about
up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a
it. Seems I
regular
was proud of
Havashirian.
these things. All right.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
I guess you don't need glasses, then.
I don't.
No.
Okay.
The lieutenant nods.
That's
Good.
all for now.
Let's change the subject.
Alright. Alright, well, that's all for now, I suppose. When we come back, I will talk to this woman again, just to see what she has to say, and then I will talk to I guess we'll talk to the manager over there and get the body down, which has apparently been hanging from a tree for 7 days. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. It always helps me out. And as always, have a good day and take care.